If it's a non-porous surface like a tile floor or a hardwood floor, we can just go ahead and mop using the 2-bucket method we discussed in class. All right? So let's do just that. We're going to mop, and we're going to mop real good. We're going to mop it so good that if, you know what? When everything's said and done, I want to treat my guys to beer and pizza. I want to look my guys in the eyes and say, hey guys, if I drop my pizza, I don't care what, I don't want to care what side falls face down. If I spill my beer, I just want to grab a straw. That's how clean I want this floor to be. Now I have to be present as the certified renovator during setup and cleanup. Do I have to be mopping? No. Okay? So maybe I'm ordering that during pizza while I leave my guys to do it. What have you. I'm going to want to make it damn sure that they do a good job though when I come back, and that's when we go back to that flashlight demonstration that Victor provided for us before. Okay? When we roll that flashlight, let me show you really quick. Yeah, I'm going to pull it, actually I'm going to pull my, got one right over here. You should anyway. Keep moving stuff in my box here. There we go, right there. Beautiful. You like it? No, don't do the iPhone. The iPhone is kind of cute to look at, but you want a simple LED flashlight. These things first came out in like right around 2000. They were now only $25.95 for the LED flashlight. Shines brighter. No, see the beautiful thing is you can buy these for $2 at the dollar store now. Now here, it shines really bright, and that's exactly what we want. You take it, you roll it on the ground like this, and I want you to take a close look. Gather around, guys. Every particle of dust and debris, previous invisible to the naked eye, shines a little brighter, and does so as it casts a mild shadow on the opposite side from the flashlight. Now, if you're not sure whether or not that's dust or just a nick in the floor, run your finger on it. If it disappears, it was dust. If it doesn't, it was a nick in the floor. Okay? So that's how we see if they actually mopped or not. Believe it or not, you do that to them once, they will never try to hose you over again. All right, that's our flashlight test. If it's not mopped, we certainly mop it right the second time. Sure. Punish them with cold beer or warm beer and cold pizza, you know, whatever. All right? So, once we've mopped our floors, now hang on, that's our floors. What about our carpet? That's our hardwood and our tile. What are our non-porous surfaces? What about our porous surfaces like carpet? What do we do for that?
Depends on what you're doing.
Depends on who you're doing.
Well, he said either we do the brush beater with the HEPA or we
Beater bar with HEPA attachment. That's ultimately the answer we want. Huh?
Like want some wash though.
But
Want
HUD.
some shampoo?
HUD is a different animal. Shampooing in that circumstance, yeah. But by and large, most renovations will only call for HEPA back with a beater bar. Good question. All right, so, and that's coincidentally also our cleaning verification for carpets. HEPA with beater bar, like we saw. Zoom, we're doing that. Okay? So now, let's do our other cleaning verifications. We said this was our windowsill here, right? Okay? How many wet disposable cloths per windowsill and how many windowsills per wet disposable cloth? 1 to 1, yes. 1-to-1 ratio. So let's actually do that. Let's go over to our job box here. We got our, here we go. Grab our wet cloths. They smell so fragrant too. I'll get it. That's good. I love the smell one. Okay, I'm going to get my larger size verification card right here. So we all have it.
Is that like official?
I hope this up the pointer. Don't give me that yet. Don't give me that yet. Yes, you can only get your cleaning verification card through an EPA accredited agency. That's not even home. You can only get it through an EPA accredited agency like, you know, like us. EPA trusts us to actually teach your class. That means if you want one of these, you have to get it through us. They monitor these things like crazy. So if you lose it, don't lose it, because you won't get another one for 5 years. Period.
Don't throw it out in the garbage can.
You will not get another cleaning verification card until you refresh your class. You can take another test if you want. You want to file for the class again. But yeah, they monitor where these go. Alright, so now I'm going to do my windowsill over here.
Scanning in.
Oh, here. I want everyone to pay attention to this. Do we have any Marines in the room, by the way? Okay. Sierra Club of New York really doesn't like this. And a lot of activists don't like this test because it doesn't give us a quantifiable number. And we don't know how much lead is left behind.
It's just visual, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what I say? I say this is the standard that has been cleanliness as compares to godliness by our national standard ever since the inception of the USMC. Let me give you a demonstration. Let me give you paint a picture for you. You don't have a name. If you dare refer to yourself in the first person pronoun, you will do knuckle push-ups until you bleed. Gunny don't take that. And when Gunny says it's time to clean something, what do? You clean it. And you put everything you've got into clean it. You'll polish for hours. And just when you think you can't possibly get it any cleaner, Gunny comes in to test your work. And how does he do this?
Like
He'll be in his BDUs, and the only part of his dress uniform he'll have on will be his kid gloves. His white kid gloves. And he will walk up, and he will take that glove and run it across there. And you could have sworn that it wasn't possible for there to be more crud on there. But still, his glove says otherwise. So you have to clean more. This is the standard this works by, guys. I want everyone to pay attention to this. The only difference is there's a metaphoric and damn near literal litmus test here in the form of these two cloths. This is an example of a white, disposable, wet cloth that has been unsoiled. Beneath it is an image that is as dirty as the cloth can allowably be and still pass. If it's dirtier than that, it fails. So I've got my one cloth per windowsill. Let's put it up to the mirror. Is that cleaner than that bottom one?
Yep.
All right, beautiful. That means we've passed on our windowsills. But here's another thing to point out. If you should happen to see any obvious particulate on the cloth, don't even bother picking it up to there because it's already failed. Okay? It means you didn't clean properly or clean enough. Okay? All right, so now, that's how we do windowsills. We do floors in a very similar way, except we don't do the whole 1-to-1 ratio. First of all, who here has used a Swiffer mop before? One. Well, okay, one of you has, the other two need a demonstration. Allow me. All right, guys, a Swiffer mop. This is your new best friend. It is the one thing you never thought you would see in your toolbox, is it?
No.
Well, guess what? It is now, especially if you're renovating. Especially if you're renovating on target homes. Now, I want everyone to look at the Swiffer mop. On the front, you will see the rubber bottom, right? Flip it around at the back, and you will see these 4 little green aperture pucker point looking things, okay? Let's take our wet cloth, and you'll notice that there's a rough green scrub edge on there. What we're going to do is we're going to lay that on our Swiffer mop head here. Make certain that rough edge is along the edge. If you take a look at the back, we just press in onto those apertures, grabs on, flip it over, and repeat that beat. There we go. Like the head move right there, too. All right, now how many square feet can I do with this, guys? 40. What did you say? Did you say 30?
I said 3.
3? For real, 3.
40.
You want to handle my legwork? 40, very good. All right, so we have an approximate 40 square feet here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want everyone to notice, I'm not putting a lot of elbow grease into this. Why? Because I've already mopped it. At this point, what I'm really just looking for is to take a sample of what's on the floor. So I can do a maximum of 40 square feet with this. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to compare it to that card if there's no obvious particulate. All right, first of all, there's some obvious particulate.
Right.
There's a big boogery chunk right there. That automatically fails. All right.
Right,
We don't even have to compare it to our card. We already know that that fails.
That's done, yeah.
Okay? So here, what do we do then?
Wow.
And and one other thing I want to point out, if any 40 square foot area fails, they all fail. You gotta mop the whole kit and caboodle again. If you fail that first attempt at cleaning verification. Oh, you can put that on the desk there.
Is that per area? So if you're working over here and then you're working in a total separate room, they're separate areas.
If you're in a total separate room, that's a total separate work area. This is all based on your individual work areas. Okay? So, that didn't work. What do we do if we fail? What do we do? We failed our cleaning verification.
Remop.
We got to remop. All right. So let's get in there and we'll get our 2 buckets out and let's do that again.
And that's 3 feet, right?
No.
He said
That
3
doesn't-
feet before
He
you
didn't say
dump.
anything. I go, whoa.
Three
whoa.
bucket method, buddy.
Instructor right here, sir. Instructor right here.
He's a videographer now.
He's a videographer. Yeah, he does weddings and stuff. All right, now anyhow. Actually, I know where you're going with this, and I'm going to answer that in just a moment. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we remop, and we go through the process again. Cleaning verification begins anew, and bammo. That looks gray and dirty. That's actually darker.
A little darker, I gotta say.
Yeah, than that is. We failed our second time, guys. What is our next step?
Wait an hour, keep it dry, and then do it again.
Wait an hour or until things dry. If it's a hot, dry day, it's going to evaporate much quicker. Okay? And then we move on to our electrostatic dry disposable. Never mind, Victor just messed up my cheat here. Our electrostatic dry disposable cleaning cloth, which is nothing more than the dust mop of the similar variety. So, we install it in just the same way. There we are. Boom, fold over. There's our apertures. I just have fun with words like apertures. I see. Okay, actually,
Not a lot
your
of time to
question
use
is
that,
how
though.
many square feet beyond our work area do we mop? How many square feet beyond our work area do we clean?
No, my question was, he said that when you're using the 2 mop bucking system, you can only clean a certain amount before you have to re-rinse the mop.
That's not quite written into the rule. That's based on
I
math
misunderstood.
that they came across.
Based on how dirty the floor is, too.
Based on lead bait.
You clean 2 feet beyond the work area. That's what you're.
That we already kind of went on that one before, so that was my bad.
Yeah, 2 feet beyond.
All right. 2 feet beyond, yeah. But his question, I knew he was talking about the 3 bucket method versus 2 bucket. That's what he was talking about.
HUD versus RRP, 2
Yeah.
bucket versus 3 bucket.
Okay.
Little
So,
confusion.
now guys, how many square feet can I do with Yon Dust Mop? You're not in it? Come on, man. Don't be disheartened. You passed the test on the first go. Mr. Chapman?
40.
All wrong. You failed because you didn't try.
10.
I can do the whole floor.
Oh, you're testing right now.
No, I'm done testing.
You're done testing,
Oh, no,
okay.
yeah, I've done the wet test twice
Well,
now.
why would you do the
At
whole
this
floor?
point, well, here, allow me to explain that. We can do the whole floor now because we're not comparing it to the card anymore. See, we've already failed cleaning verification on this floor twice. This works based on static electricity. Again, not a lot of elbow grease, just a lot of light
Gotcha.
frictional movement.
So you're not gonna compare the dirt of that to the part anymore.
No, I'm done
That's
making
only for wet use?
comparisons. At this point, I'm just getting what's left behind. Okay, so how does this then pass the standards of cleaning
You
verification?
sure you don't wanna compare that?
I know, see, I really don't want to compare it because you know what that did? That did a better job than the wet
Yeah,
cloth.
shit, yeah.
Okay. You can beat that up. All right, anyhow.
I don't want to.
There you go. Okay, see, by this point, guys, the reason the EPA says we finally passed cleaning verification, even though we technically
Because you
didn't
did
before.
it 3 times.
Well, more than that. Think about it. Guys, when we came in to the house, the first thing we did was set up our barriers. Amongst them are critical barriers. After that, we established our work area. We planned our size and containment. Size of our containment. We laid down poly beneath the area where we would actually be disturbing paint and causing dust to fall. And watch that dust fall onto the poly, which we then misted to it while we were cleaning systematically. We pulled up our poly and we mopped how many feet beyond our work area? 2 extra feet beyond our work area. We used a wet method as a form of cleaning verification. Then we mopped again. And then again we used a wet method as a form of cleaning verification. When everything was said and done, I proceeded to take an electrostatic dry disposable cleaning cloth and pick up every last little bit of invisible particulate. Guys, according to the United States Environmental Protection Agency of America, there is no way in God's green earth I've left more of a mess than I made. In fact, I cleaned up stuff that was there before I started disturbing the paint. I cleaned up messes that previous people have made. If there is any lead poisoning in this house, or in this work area, let me clarify, it didn't come from anything I did. It came from whatever existed before. It could be a small amount of lead from living close to a highway. It could be a previous renovator who did work down here in years prior, but wasn't using this standard. Guys, you cleaned up more mess than you possibly made. You are now done with that work area according to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, and you can now remove your barriers. You can remove your barriers. This is your hands-on, guys. Move it, move it. Come on, pile, move it.
Shooting in garbage.